The woman stared in horror at her bulging belly, knowing that inside was a seed planted by a demon. Desperate, Isla rushed to a small clinic, wanting to get rid of the demon. However, in the next second, she uncontrollably kicked the doctor, sending him flying. A few months prior, Isla had sprained her foot in a stage accident and was ruthlessly fired by the theater where she had worked for many years. But Isla didn't want to give up the career she loved, so before auditions, she would take a lot of painkillers and soak her foot in ice water. Despite auditioning for countless dance troupes, not a single one was willing to take her as a cripple. That day, the rejected Isla was walking dejectedly on the street, completely devastated by the constant setbacks. However, her miserable state happened to be noticed by a kind, elderly couple. They helped Isla up and brought her back to their apartment to rest. When Isla woke up, she saw the breakfast they had prepared, which warmed her lonely heart. What shocked Isla even more was that they felt a strong connection with her and invited her to live there. Isla was thrilled to hear this news. Faced with the huge temptation of rent-free housing, she agreed without any hesitation. Little did she know, her nightmare was also beginning to unfold at this moment. On the first day after moving into the apartment, Isla discovered something strange. While tidying up the room, she found a dance shoe with the owner's name written on it. Mrs. Teddy said the shoe belonged to the previous tenant, a nice girl who had mysteriously disappeared. She then tossed it into the trash can. She didn't notice that the suspicious Ayla secretly retrieved the shoe. As she was leaving, Mrs. Teddy invited Ayla to attend the apartment's party later, emphasizing that she would meet Carl, the head of the Grand Theater. Ayla naturally wouldn't miss such an opportunity. However, upon arriving at the scene, she discovered that the so-called party only consisted of her and Carl. Without realizing it, Ayla had already drunk 3 glasses of wine, and her consciousness gradually began to blur. It was like a very vivid dream. In the dream, she transformed into a true dancer. However, every step she took seemed to be prearranged. Although her posture was light and graceful, there was no longer a landing point, until finally, a black cloth was placed over her, and her hands and feet were restrained. Something horrifying happened. A colorful demon slowly crawled into her body.